Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Okay, everything seems to be working somehow, some way. I don't know why, how, but it's working anyways. Anyways, I don't know. Is this thing working? That's the question to ask myself right this second. It's not. Okay, give me 3 seconds. Okay, something's not working somewhere. But you know what? I ain't gonna worry about that right this second, I guess. I don't know. That's gonna bug me forever now. I don't even know anymore. Anyways, I want to start off with the news that I sort of kind of found interesting today. And then I'm going to try and play this game, but like I said, that's not. Anyways, I don't know. Something's always broken around here. Of course, that's most things everywhere if you really look. Okay, let's see here. Oh, on to the first story of today. And we all know how this story goes, ends, plays out, everything like that. And that is largest great white shark ever tagged in the Atlantic is heading towards a popular vacation destination. It weighs 1,700 pounds and measures more than 13 feet long. Now, 13 feet long is pretty large, honestly. In fact, I can honestly say that's pretty freaking large. But I've actually been in the water with gators larger, so I'm not too worried about it. But it is something to be alarmed about. Well, then again, not really. I don't know. It's not really something to be alarmed about. Like, I seriously doubt this thing is gonna actually mess with anybody. But then again, who knows? What the heck? Okay, that happened. Anyways, that started now. Let's see. What was I even talking about again? Oh, 13 feet long shark. Yay. I don't know, man. The largest great white shark ever tagged in the Atlantic is once again drawing its attention of scientists measuring more than 13 feet long, weighing nearly 1,700 pounds. The shark is known as... blah, 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 blah. But basically, it's nothing but a bunch of hot air. I guess they wanted something to talk about. I don't even know anymore. Anyways, on to the actual first story that actually matters for everybody, and that is leaks point of no return of 4 gigabyte GPUs as an AI flash memory crisis worsens. Blah blah. Dadgummit, I can't talk worth a crap anymore. I'll tell you what, I'm getting tongue-tied over everything. But this is actually really messed up in my opinion. I remember 2 years ago, it was probably 2 years ago now, I don't even know when, everybody was basically saying that if you had anything less than like a 12 gigabyte VRAM card, no matter what it was basically trash and everything, which happens a lot in the enthusiast space whenever it comes to computers and stuff, because everybody likes to have the newest, flashiest hardware. You don't need the newest, flashiest hardware, I'll be honest with you. But 4 gigabytes is a little bit small in my opinion. Like, I think NVIDIA needs to unretire the 1080 GPUs in my opinion if it's getting this bad, because I got one slotted in my entertainment PC in the living room right now. I got a 4 gigabyte, I got an 8 gigabyte 1080 GPU. It's still getting security updates, so I'm still using it and everything. It's got 8 gigabytes of VRAM in it. That's double this crap. I don't know why in the world we need to go backwards to 4 gigabytes. There's a lot of games that won't even play on 4 gigabytes nowadays. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I got 32 gigabytes RAM in my computer, and like, I'm sitting here like 16 gigabytes is probably barely enough on most games, honestly. 32 gigabytes is like the perfect sweet spot in my personal opinion, but I don't know. But update, the 8 gigabyte model now confirmed by AMD includes a frame rate numbers, blah, blah. Original article continues. It says AI fuel PC component crisis is still getting worse. Leaks AMD card to be first modern GPU to ship with 4 gigabytes of VRAM. How long ago was cards going out with 4 gigabytes of VRAM? I don't think I've ever bought. No, I got an old AMD GPU in the other room that's got 4 gigabytes of VRAM. It's no longer getting security updates and everything. That thing gotta be from like 2012, man. Like, honestly, in my personal opinion, before they make a brand new 4 gigabyte card, they should look back on to how many models of old AMD cards are just floating around out there, and just see if they can just start doing updates on those cards to just put them better in circulation or something. I don't know. There's got to be a better answer than going back all the way to 4 gigabytes of VRAM, in my personal opinion, but I don't know, though, to be honest with you. The news comes from GPU maker ASRock. So yeah, ASRock via Twitter, blah blah. The Challenger card, 4 to 8 gigabytes variety. So at least they do have an 8 gigabyte variety, but the whole 4 gigabyte really is like sticking in my mind right here. I'm honestly wondering like how much this thing's even gonna. Oh, it really says right here it's gonna be anywhere between $99 and $199. Now I'm sitting here thinking to myself, a 1080 GPU last I looked on eBay runs about $120, and it comes with 8 gigabytes of VRAM. Now, the 1080 is not even getting like game drivers anymore. All it's getting is the 3-month little security updates until like I think the end of 2027. But like that card was, I don't know. Like, I don't run into any trouble with it in my computer, but I only use it to like watch TV and stuff on, though, honestly. So I don't know. But I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, 4 gigabytes. Like, is that really how far we've fallen, honestly? Is like, we literally have to have like 4 gigabytes of VRAM now, like in the GPUs. And that's $100 to $200 GPU. I don't know how much a 3060 is going for right now. Last I looked, it was going for like, I think around $200, $230. I think I would rather just get a 3060 with like, now that I think about it, like a 30, I mean, yeah, that's in the, if it comes with 8 gigabytes of VRAM, I mean, that's got to be around a 3060 level. I don't know. Me sitting here thinking to myself, heck, like when my 1080 finally does lose security support, I might buy this daggum 4 gigabyte card if it's like under $100. You know, especially if it's brand new right off the line, because like that's good enough for like what, 1440p on my like 70-inch TV. Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know, man, to be honest with you. It's just crazy to me that we're going all the way back to 4 gigabytes of like VRAM. That's like insane. Like, especially since like 2 years ago, it was like, oh, you had to have 10 to 12 gigabytes or nothing. It has to be like at least 12 gigabytes or nothing. And that's for gaming, of course. But like, how much, give me a second. Let me look at Let me do this. Let me see here. Okay, so the 3050. Can I bring this up? Yeah, I can. I think I can do. So the 3050 low profile, which basically can fit in like slim PCs, it's going for one's right here, a Lenovo right here, which I guess you're not going to be picky if you're doing a 3050. It's literally like $200 and it has 6 gigabytes of VRAM. Now, if they do 8 gigabytes for $200, yeah, off the line, that's actually a good deal. You know what I mean? Like, it's worth it, I get. Like, I mean, I think the economics of this makes sense. The only thing that's like sticking in my mind personally about this is that I don't know. I'm guessing this is just I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's only gonna have like 100 to 150 watts, you know, for that and everything. I don't know. Like, I just saw this and like my brain just like stretched is the only word I can like come up with it. It's like my brain just kind of stretched at the thought of it and everything. I don't even know though. Let's see here. In totally unrelated news. Wait. Oh, there it is. Here it is. In totally unrelated news, Iowa among states under emergency energy order. Now, there's a lot of states out there because of the heat right now that are having a shortage of electricity. So if you can actually conserve electricity, you're probably better off doing that, to be completely honest with you. If you're not, you know, like my last month's energy bill was like high, like extremely high and everything. But I was among over a dozen states as part of the emergency energy order issued by the U.S. Department of Energy. The order was issued on Sunday, so this was last Sunday. The Southwest Power Pool, Inc., the region for dispatch generation units, blah, blah, order, blah, 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 blah. Bunch of stuff that, like, really doesn't matter in the whole like grand scheme of things. But it says right here, has like according to the DOE, the order was issued in response to extreme heat plague large portions of the country, creating high demand. The DOE said that with the order, it hopes to mitigate any risk of blackouts. Now, we really need to like invest a lot of money into the power infrastructure of this country, honestly, if we're having a risk of blackouts. Oh, let's see. The states including in this order is Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Texas, Utah, and Wyoming. Now, I don't live in any of these states to my knowledge. You know, I could be transported there overnight, you know, just because I don't, you know, I don't know. Anyways, I don't live there to my knowledge anyways. But if you live in one of these states, you might want to like conserve electricity, because if they're having this much of a problem where they're like worried about blackouts, your energy bill is probably going to be pretty high. It's probably going to be really high, honestly, especially if you use a lot of electricity like I do sometimes, because I got a few things going here in the background for like different reasons and everything. But yeah, if you live in one of these states, brace yourself for your next electric bill, because normally whenever things are this high, like energy consumption is this high, they charge more for gigawatt hours and everything. So I'm just telling you right now, just hold your breath and sit down next time you get that electric bill, because you're probably not gonna like it too much. Okay, now I saw this, and like, this is not something to be too alarmed about, because this is fish. But at the same time, I didn't even know this was possible. In fact, I remember hearing people say, like, oh, you shouldn't be scared because it's not like transmissible from person to person. But anyways, scientists discover fourth transmissible cancer known to science. Now, the cancer in question, I think, is this little black dot thingy here, and it's like some sort of cellular growth cancer that occurs in this particular fish, as far as I know. And like, don't be alarmed, because as far as I know, it don't mess with humans. But then again, if you see something strange on yourself, go to the doctor, and that is not medical advice at all. An angler pulled a brown bullhead out of Lake. I don't know how to pronounce this word right here, but I know how to pronounce words that I guarantee you don't know how to pronounce too. So, but in 2012, so this was a long time ago. Of course, the world was supposed to end in 2012. I'm still looking for it. Like, you know, I don't know, man. With what looks like a tar smeared across its skin, he brought it to Peter Erningson. Yeah, I probably got the first name right, probably not the last name right, but I don't know. A fish biologist with the Vermont Fish and Wildlife Department, who also surveyed the lake since 2009. Emerson had never seen anything like it. Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know. Like, it looked kind of, like the fish in general looks kind of ugly in my opinion. But I ain't too familiar with this particular fish. So, yeah, I probably would have just thrown it back and been like, wash your hands really good. It's a type of, it's the fourth type of transmissible cancer known to science. The first in the fish, the first in a fish, and first in fresh water. So wait, I'm guessing all transmissible sorts of cancer don't take place in fresh water. I guess take place in salt water. And this is the first in fresh water. So does that mean like all transmissible cancers like occur in water? I don't know, but like, cancers found in the cluster usually have a common cause, a chemical blah blah contagion. So it's a chemical contagion. So is it from some sort of contamination then? Like, contamination is like one of the biggest, I don't know, or an infection, brown bullhead, the sensational species, blah, 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 developer. Okay, so it is contaminated water. Nothing to be afraid of. You probably shouldn't be fishing in contaminated water, personally. So it is contaminated water. Blah, blah. Like, just me personally, like, this should be a PSA to, like, if you're gonna fish somewhere, probably do a little bit of, like, background research. Like, it seems like this person who was fishing for this fish basically was, like, taking the fish out of water and throwing it back in. And they were probably very familiar with this type of fish, too. And that's the main reason why the first thing they thought to do was take it to this, like, biologist guy that's been studying the river or the lake or whatever. Which is honestly like the best thing to do if you see something strange in the environment, because things get out of control really quickly if you don't report things sometimes. You know what I mean? If you see something, say something, honestly, especially whenever it is going to impact yourself and everything. But yeah, it seems that like it must be some sort of contaminated waterway sort of deal going on. But it's like, I don't know, man. So wait, is it transmissible because like, I don't know. It's kind of like, is it really transmissible, or is it because like the water's all contaminated that all these fish basically like, I don't know. So these are the causes of the researchers, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so tropical storm like tore through in 2011, thinking that the flooding. So, tropical storm tore through, blah, blah. Yeah. I don't think this tells me anything about what the heck is going on. I don't know. The biggest thing I can tell you to do is if you're gonna catch something out in the wild, probably do research on the area that you catch it in, because everything seems like it's contaminated nowadays. Honestly, I don't even know. Anyways, I saw this and it honestly made me chuckle a little bit because anyways, let's see this. ISS meets Venus in incredible daylight photo, space photo of the day, July 28th, 2026. And no, 20. Anyways, this was yesterday or whatever. And I can't help but look at this and look at this picture and everything and be like, this literally looks like an alien spacecraft. You know what I mean? Like, it honestly does look like an alien, like, spacecraft. Like, if this image was more blurry, you could pass this off as an alien spacecraft. I'm just saying, it looks like an alien spacecraft. I can definitely tell this is the International Space Station because there's like the little thing. But if it was blurrier, you could totally pass it off as an alien spacecraft. Just saying. Like just saying, man. Anyways, the ISS meets Venus. It is the great satisfaction that I present the second ever photo in the history. The ISS, the Venus together, blah, blah, blah. The April, blah, blah, blah. That's Worlds Apart. Okay, so the name of this like picture is called Worlds Apart. It's a beautiful picture in my opinion. It really does like actually get you thinking and everything. It's like whenever I look at things like a large bridge or the International Space Station or just anything like that, like I'm filled with nothing but pride in my opinion. Just pride knowing that I'm a human being and my species made that. Even though I had absolutely nothing to do with the International Space Station and the building of a bridge, I just can't help but look and marvel at it. I literally look at precision machined like components in an engine and other stuff like that, and I just can't help but like marvel at it. Like I can't help but marvel at those things. I have like worked on a lot of engines in my time, and I've like put together a lot of like different machines that are worth multi-million dollars and everything. And I'm filled with nothing but pride every single time I put one together. Every single time a component fits in so perfect. It was like it never could fit anywhere else, period. It's a feeling you can't describe, honestly. And I really, truly wish that everyone felt that way. I truly love building things. Till the day I cease to exist, even into the next world, if that's really truly a thing, I will truly like be building things until I no longer exist. Anyways, I probably should have did that. I'm just gonna. Okay, the next story is honestly a story that I'm just kind of like, oh, you know, like, it's just another, like, this story, in my opinion, it signifies to me personally that I'm just getting old, I guess, and that I'm just more of like a curmudgeon, I guess, than I was, you know, 5-10 years ago and everything. And that is Mega Millions ticket holder in Florida wins $800 million jackpot, largest prize of 2026. Now, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, a long time ago, I remember whenever the Mega Millions, whenever I was a little kid, was like around 3 to like maybe 4 to 600 million max, you know? But I keep seeing more and more jackpots going up into like the $1 billion mark. And I just can't help but think to myself, has inflation gone up this much to where like $800 million jackpots are going to be sort of kind of the norm? Because I'll be honest with you, like, I think seeing so many like people, like, I know Elon Musk comes to mind being the first, like, what, trillionaire and everything. You sort of get numb to the fact, oh, it's $800 million, because you see these numbers nearly every day now. That being said, I've never seen more than like $2 million in one spot in my entire life. So, if any rich person out there wants to give me a donation of more than $5,000, I will be greatly appreciative. But then again, who knows? But like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm just getting old, honestly, and just becoming more and more of a curmudgeon. I just see $800 million jackpot, and I just can't help but thinking to myself, like, I don't know. Anyways, the winning numbers are right there, but it seems like somebody in Florida already won, so I don't know. If you win Florida, I'd check your numbers because you might be the lucky winner. Who knows? I don't know. I ain't that lucky, though. I don't live in Florida, so I don't know. Anyways, this is the last story of the day and everything, and I don't know. I didn't think this was ever gonna like be a problem, but I guess it sort of is. And that is, TSA officer discovers 5 stolen cannonballs passengers check bag at an Alabama airport. Now, personally, this honestly makes me very like sad, honestly, because I really do believe that historical sites should be preserved the best we can preserve them. And the fact that somebody went and stole cannonballs, in my opinion, I don't know the person. They might have just thought, oh, it's just a fun little souvenir. Nobody will miss them. But like, they're really that. Please don't go to any historical sites and try to take anything from them. Like, they're for everybody. They're not just for you. Please. Anyways, an officer spotted object wrapped in paper towels after they set off an alarm during the screening process. Yeah, that's something that would set off an alarm. Honestly, like, that's, you know. The TSA officer discovered 5 Civil War era cannonballs stolen from Fort Morgan during a routine luggage screening in Alabama. The cannonballs were inevitably feared to be potential live explosives, prompted involvement from the TSA explosive specialist and local police officers. The stolen artifacts were confirmed inert and returned to Fort Morgan, a National Historic Landmark from the Civil War era. Now, I'm not the type of person to say lock them up, but I do feel like there should be some sort of harsh penalty for whoever did this. Not knowing who it is, why they did it, whatever. I'm to the point where, like, historical sites, you do not have the right to go to a historical site and do whatever you want. Like, this is the reason why you go to a lot of historical sites and you have to stay within like specialized areas, and like you have to stay within like the ribbon ropes and stuff, because people like this want to take stuff that, I don't know. It's not, I don't know. The TSA officer was in for quite a surprise when he discovered the stolen Civil War era cannonballs hidden inside the passenger's check bag. Lead TSA officer Justin Dupree, I don't know, was screening luggage at the Gulf ship, blah, blah, blah. Does it say why they took it? I just kind of want to know why. If they just took it because they wanted to, that really does, like, make me mad. While the officer, blah, 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 the cannonballs were found stolen during the Civil War. So they're actually not that big, like, yeah, they're only like an inch. These are like musket balls. These are not cannonballs. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know. They said they were cannonballs. I'm thinking like at least a 5-pounder. Like, am I crazy for thinking that they should be bigger than an inch? Like, don't get me wrong. An inch is massive. An inch is absolutely massive. But like, these are musket balls. They're not cannonballs. Blah blah. Why did they think these were live rounds with them only being an inch? I don't know, man. There's no such, like, okay, they just never, I don't know. My brain hurts now. They said they were Smaller cannonballs found passengers. I don't know. This is like one of them like examples of like they blew it up out of proportion a little bit, but at the same time, like I'm still mad that they took musket balls from a historical site. Oh, inside the bag, blah blah. The freeze recall how the cannonball. Okay, so they said they're about the size of a grapefruit. It says the size of a small shot put. Okay, so they're bigger than an inch, which is absolutely massive, by the way, but it was bigger than an inch. 4 years said that the ordeal, blah, blah. So, like, there actually was, like, a few actual cannonballs. For some reason, it just showed, like, the musket balls on the picture. I don't know. Most likely it was just, so this is the thing, like, if you're a tourist somewhere, I guarantee it was probably like a tourist and they just let him go. Or they just gave him like a slap on the wrist, which I'm the type of person, like, I don't think you should like be put in jail for like anything closely resembling things like this. But like, I do think that you should be like harshly punished because like I said, I do think historical sites honestly should be protected the best they can be, honestly. I don't know though. That's just me. I really don't know. Anyways, that's the news of today. Let's see here. Let's see if I can actually get this thing running, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it running, honestly. Okay. Yeah, somehow that worked. I don't know. Well, I just got very embarrassed about something I don't want to mention about this second. I don't know. The haw. Do that. Alrighty. Let's see. All right. Let's do this. Put that there. I just remembered I gotta do. Okay, let's see. What the heck? This is what's messed up here is I'm 99.999% sure that I've like did this like at least five, like I've played this game on this thing like before. Like, did I delete it or something? I don't know. That's the thing. Oh, I'm gonna have to start this game all over again now. I don't, this is actually embarrassing as heck. What the heck? I could have had this. This is so wrong. This is so wrong on so many levels. I literally could have been buying for time. What can I do to buy for time now? Huh. This is going to take at least 20 minutes. Dun 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 dun. It's just embarrassing. Oh wait, I didn't change that thingy, did I? Oh crap! No, I did not. There it is. I'm gonna have to change this thingy here. There's that. Change that. Maybe I should come back in like 30 minutes. I don't know. Maybe we should end stream and then like just go live on Kick and Twitch for the game part. You know, tell you what, since I gotta install this anyways, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna basically like in here, I guess, and then I'm just gonna go live on both Twitch and Kick. Because they're more game oriented anyways, and it would clear up 2 of my 5 screens. So yeah, one of these days I'm actually gonna like live up to the whole news and game part. I guess I could like start another game. Huh. I guess I could do that. Should I do that? What other game should I do? Wish there's somebody to ask about what game I could do, because I got like the Namco. I got Red Faction. I got Total War Shogun. I got Lords of the Fallen. I got whatever the heck this is that I bought for like $3. I got Red Faction. I got Cyberpunk, of course. I got Red Dead. I got Greedfall. I got the only Final Fantasy I like. What else? Ooh, I got this thingy. I got this thingy. Is it done? Oh my gosh, 18%. Tell you what, I'm never going to like keep myself preoccupied, and I have to get more coffee because I just ran out, and like I literally like I cannot sit still without coffee. So yeah, I think I'm gonna come back in like 20, 30 minutes or something. I don't know. Probably, maybe. That's I don't know, man.